Hello everyone, this is Mumbo here, welcome back, and today we are back on the Hermitcraft server. It is dark, it is rainy, but I am happy to be here, episode 57, and in today's episode, it is going to be jam-packed. We are going to be getting tons and tons of stuff done today in today's episode. Whoa, that was a bit too many todays. But yes, we do plan on getting a bunch done in this episode, because I was taking a look back through my recent videos, and I was like, I'm not making as much progress as I used to, and I have no idea why that is. I just seem to be not necessarily slacking, because we're still getting things done. I mean, look at this place. We've done this in like the past 2 episodes, but seriously, I do need to get my head down and do a little bit more. So that is what we're going to be doing. It's going to be great fun, and the first thing that we have to do is we have to do the support beams for this minecart railway. So I'm just gonna get to work, make up some fence posts, and we'll see what it looks like when it's done. So the first part of this has now been completed. It is like the support structure, the little part that goes along the bottom, so that we don't have fence posts going right the way down to the bottom of our river, because I don't think that would look that good. Now here's the thing, what we are going to do is place fence posts going right the way up to this build, so it looks supported all the way along. It'll be like one of those wooden roller coasters. And on the point of roller coasters, some people mentioned in the last episode about the fact that actually I didn't build a roller coaster at all, I built just a straight line, and that's because I came up with a fantastic idea in that episode, and that is the fact that this is meant to be a functional thing. This is meant to get me from A to B, but what I could have is I could have like a little junction that splits off from this railroad track and goes into a crazy roller coaster that dips and dives around the jungle, goes underground, does some crazy bits and bobs, because like I say, this is meant to be a functional thing, goes from A to B, but adding a roller coaster, an optional roller coaster, that would be really, really great fun. But anyway, I think we are getting ahead of ourselves here. We have to do the support structures, so I will get on with it. I will place down the fence posts, and what I was thinking is that I could do like a third-person time-lapse. So what I'll do is I'll get my alternate account logged onto the Hermitcraft server. I'll put him up over there somewhere, and then you can see me whizzing about placing these down, and it should be nice. I've never done this before. This is something completely new, but I'm sure it'll look pretty good. So let's begin. I am so glad that I decided to record time-lapse footage for that one, because that took a lot longer than I had originally imagined. For some reason, I thought I would just get to work, do the fence posts, and it would be done in 10 minutes. And sure, the actual placing of the fence posts didn't really take that long. Like, actually going along and placing them all down only took about half an hour. The issue is the amount of wood that I needed to get all of these fence posts. When I originally started doing it, when I originally started recording the time-lapse, I had 10 stacks of fence posts, and you saw in the first cut of the time-lapse, I only probably reached about that third torch there. So 10 stacks of fence posts got me to about there. I have no idea how many fence posts I used when building this, but it was a lot. I don't think I ever want to see a fence post again, which is a shame, because it pretty much is one of my staple building blocks in my repertoire of building, which, you know, is not very varied. But in total, in conclusion, I feel like this actually looks really cool. I was a little bit worried halfway through that it was looking boring, and to some of you, you will think it does look very boring. But here's the thing, to me, it sort of looks like an old, like, Western railroad, you know, the ones that you see in the movies, and I really, really like that. I seriously do, and also, you can tell that a lot of time has gone into it, and that's what I like. You can tell the time has been put into this, and it just looks good. It looks solid, all of the colours work well together. I'm extremely happy with this, and I'm glad that I decided to do it in this way, because originally I was just going to do support beams, but I don't know, that's a little bit rubbish really, that's a little bit cheap. This looks badass. I'm very happy with it, as I'm sure you can tell. Now, before anyone goes mental saying, oh, Mumbo was cheating, he was in creative mode, well, here's the thing, okay, all of us hermits have alternate accounts, or at least most of us do, and all of them are whitelisted, and they're certified camera accounts, and they are accounts that are allowed to be in creative mode as long as we abide by some rules. For example, we can't leave them AFKing. Obviously, we cannot spawn in things, and we're not really allowed to build with them. Once again, obviously, because they are in game mode 1, and that is creative mode. And I had never really utilised this ability, so as you saw in today's episode, this was the first time that I did a third-person time-lapse, and please do let me know if you want to see more of those kind of things, because I personally, despite the fact that it requires a lot more effort than doing a normal standard style time-lapse, like I have to do it with 2 computers, I think it looks really, really good. It's a really nice effect, and it's cool the way that you see, like, the stars going around in the night. Just little things like that, little details. I think it really does improve the video, and it also gives you a good perspective of where I am in the build, instead of it just being like, this is me mining. You know, it just doesn't look good when you're doing it in first-person mode. So please do let me know if you want to see more of those third-person type deals. But anyway, now we're going to be heading back over to the original Mumbo Jumbo base, because we are going to be working on my little sleepy hole, the mountain house, and I actually need to pick a name for that. So what I'm going to do is head over there, and then I will give you a heads up on what I'm going to be calling it from your guys' suggestions. Since you last saw this build, I have done a few things. First off, I added in an archway that goes all the way across, and I think it looks really good. It adds quite a lot to the build. The next thing is it is now got an official name, and that is Mumbo's Sleepy Hollow. It makes sense because this is a room specifically for sleeping, and it's in a hollow mountain. I like that a lot. Now, here comes the worst part, and this is the fact that I tried to build something just now, and it's gone horribly, horribly wrong. It's disgusting. Look at it. It's horrible. What was I even trying to do? This was meant to be where my bed was going to be going, and it just looks wrong. I absolutely hate it, and I have absolutely no inspiration as to what to do in this sort of room. I can sort of do modern, and I can sort of do jungly, but when it comes to, like, building in caves and things, man, I just go up the chute. I cannot do anything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draft in the help of a hermit at some point, hopefully in the next episode or 2, and they will help me out. I am sure they will help me out and make this place look absolutely awesome. So that is the plan. That will be coming in the next episode or 2, like I say. But anyway, moving on to something else, because I don't want to see that thing again. I just had a fairly cool idea in terms of lighting up our little train track that we have, instead of using the torches, because although they're alright, they're nothing too fancy. I thought we would do it using, like, fence posts. So what I was thinking is that they could come up like this, and then go across, and we have the glowstone that goes in the middle, like that, and oh, that doesn't connect up, and that's because glowstone is a transparent block. So let's take a look if we do it a bit like this. Yeah, that's a lot better, that's a lot better. So if we just do it on the other side as well, let's see how this looks, because this could be quite a nice way to light up our train track. Just up like that, and oh, what do you think to that? I need to replace these 2 slabs, but I don't actually have any... Oh no, yes I do, don't worry, don't listen to me. So there we go, that is how it would look. Is that nice? Oh, I can't really tell if that is nice or not. They'd be going above all of our powered rails, so just right there, right there, and yeah, I think that could look good going all the way across. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it for a bunch of them, see how it looks, and then I will continue it on if it still looks good. If it doesn't look good, then I'll destroy them all and revert back to the torches. All of those are now in place, and we're about to go on the maiden voyage on our little railway here, so let's give it a go. I'm actually quite excited for this. This is a monumentous occasion in my time on Hermitcraft, so there we go, bobbing and weaving around the jungle here. Oh no, it's okay. After all that, oh, minecart track doesn't actually work properly. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well, it seems to be alright. Just you get a little bit stuck on the corners. Other than that, oh, there comes the lag spike. As soon as you unload my mob spawner, just gone. Lag spikes galore. So there we go. That is what I have managed to do. There is the railroad and our minecart track. Nice and easy. Look, it's even got its own stopping mechanism. Oh, I wish I had thought of that beforehand. But anyway, that is pretty good. The railroad is working and all of the lights are in place. I apologise for the slideshow at the minute. I can't do anything about it. I still haven't fixed it. Still haven't found the root of the problem. It's nothing to do with my computer. It is to do with the world unloading things. It might be to do with the many hundreds of item frames that I have in my base. I have absolutely no idea. But there we go. That is pretty good. I've just begun work on the next project, and that is our subway station. Now, you may be thinking, whoa, okay, this is a medieval village, and you've got a subway station. I know, it's not particularly historically accurate, but this is Minecraft, and that is the ultimate definition of do what you want, and I am going to be doing what I want to. So I've already started work on it, and I'm going to be using oak wood, a few fence posts, and probably a few stone bricks, let's be honest, but that's because those are blocks that look pretty good, and those are the blocks that I've used in my railway station. Now, the platforms are going to be on this sort of level here, so I'll raise up this platform, and I think it should look fairly cool. I've got a design in my mind that I am going to use, and if it looks as good in Minecraft as it does in my mind, then I'm sure it will be something special. So, I'm going to start building, and let's take a look at what I can do. The first few parts of our train station are now in place, and yes, it does use the same blocks as usual, okay? I just want to say that right away. Uses the same blocks, and that is because these very same blocks do actually look very good, and they're used in a slightly different way as to what I usually do. I mean, this looks a lot more sort of medieval, whereas usually it looks a lot more jungly, so I don't know what's going on there. Don't know what I've managed to do, but I actually quite like the way that this looks, and if we take a look at it from here, you can see we've got the fences down there. They look like a support structure, and these are our two platforms. Obviously, you've got the main platform, and then the sort of like sub-platform over here. So, yeah, it's all nice. It is a nice looking build. I don't really know what I'm going to do for the roof just yet. What I was thinking is we could have one of those really cool like pitched roofs. Obviously not that high. It's not going to be like a circus big top. But no, one of those ones that sort of bends. But I don't know how I would do that. And I've also built this extremely close to the fence, which was a bit of a schoolboy error. But there we go. This is the train station at the minute, and now I am going to plonk a roof on it and see how it all looks. I've done something. I don't really know what that something is, but you have to remember that this was a free, off the top of my head, no building in creative mode beforehand build, but bam! Yeah, that's not bad, is it? It's not too bad. Basically, the way that I've done it, I'll do a little bit of explanation here, is obviously I've got this cross section in here, and then the roof sort of goes steep to soft. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a parabolic roof. And up close, you know, it looks okay. It looks pretty good. On the inside, it looks nice. We've got like a big open space. Very spacious, very grand. I like that a lot. But then if we head further away, it really looks cool. I absolutely love this. From a distance, which I know probably isn't the best compliment. Imagine receiving that. From a distance, you look great. As I get up closer, a little bit iffy. But anyway, yes, you can see. Oh, I love that. I really do love that. That's like a postcard image to me anyway, with those like wooden struts there. It's absolutely lovely. Now, I haven't done all of the details just yet. For example, I haven't lit it up, and I haven't put the train track in there yet, so technically it's not even a train station. But at the minute, first impressions, they're pretty good. And actually, quickly, before I do the jump cut, if you take a look at it from this angle, which is probably the predominant angle here, it looks nice as well. You'll be riding in, and then you'll just go down the dip and drop down into the station. I really do love it. Alrighty, so all of the details are done now. So we have got a pathway running up to our subway station. That is something that I always seem to forget to do, so that's now in place. And also, I've begun doing the pathway up to our fishing stack. But as you can see, I ran out of cobblestone. Like, I've got no cobblestone in my chest over there, so I'm going to have to head back over to the base real quick. But yes, all of the details are in. So we have got this button that is going to just activate this, and that will push us along on our little minecart rail track. And also, what else have I done? Oh, if we hop into the water, you can see I have put in all of the fence posts that go here. So now, if we take like a step back, you can see we have quite a cool looking like riverfront here. It is quite impressive, isn't it? Like, look at this. In fact, I tell you what, if it was daytime, it would be screenshot time, my friend, because I'm happy with this. I'm happy with the way this place looks. So, yeah, that is the subway station done. And then we've got our fishing shack. We've got our minecart transportation system. I mean, really, we're really wrecking them down today. My original plan was that I was going to go over to the new Hermiton and then build a fishmonger's, but unfortunately there was actually one already there which I didn't see coming, so instead we are going to be building one over in the new fishing town. No hermits will really ever use it, at least I don't think, but it will just be a nice decorative thing that we can plonk down. I think I'm going to be doing it around about here, but before we do that I want to have a very quick chat to you about something that's been on my mind recently. And that is the fact that I am setting those like goals in the description, okay? I've been doing that for the past 2 or 3 months now, and I just want to have a quick chat to you, find out what your opinions are, okay? Because, first off, likes, before anyone says it, you do not get paid per like on YouTube videos. I've seen this a lot in the comment section. I saw some guys say that you got paid £10 per like on a video. I mean, if that happened, I'd be Bill Gates. I would have just money flowing out of my ears. So unfortunately, it doesn't happen like that. If it did, then I'd probably be sunning myself somewhere off in Barbados or something like that. But what likes do is, first off, they're a motivator, okay? If I get loads of likes on a video, I feel like that video has gone down very well. I'm happy with the response with it. For example, if I get 3,000 likes on a video, I'm happy with it. I'm like, wow, that video has gone down incredibly well, and I'll do more like that. If a video gets loads of views, but only like 300 likes, I can tell that I've clearly just put a very good title on it, but the video itself isn't actually that good. And that's the thing. Likes are a good indicator of how good your video actually is. Not only that, but they are a slight help on my channel. For example, if you like a video, it gets published to your feed, and if you have a few subscribers, say like 100 plus, then some of those people might end up seeing that video, checking it out and thinking this is actually quite good, and subscribing. So since I did those like targets, I've also seen an incredibly good increase in subscribers and views. But here's the issue. Some people may consider it a little bit cheap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a straw poll down in the description, and I will say, should I keep the like targets or should I get rid of them because they're cheap? Now you should answer that question. Please do. If you really hate them, say 95% of the people say, oh no, we hate them, they're cheap, and they make me want to unsubscribe, then obviously I will remove them. But if it's in a minority, and actually those minority are just being very loud about it, then I will keep them because they are really helpful and they're great motivators for me. But anyway, back to Hermitcraft, back to the building, and back to the progress. That's a lot more interesting, isn't it? Uh-oh, I've been experimenting again. Oh no, here we go. Bam, there it is. I don't know, do you like that? Do you think that looks cool? I'll run you through the details of it. So once again, we've got the wiggly waggly roof. That looks nice, as always. I really like the way that those looks. But also, we have got sort of a pitch to it, an overhang. That's interesting, isn't it? That's a bit strange. I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if that's a thing in medieval times, but I like the way it looks. I mean, from some angles, it looks horrific. Like, for example, this one right here. It looks all over the place. And then as you come into the actual place, it looks all over the place. But really, I like the way that this looks. This is a nice one, I think. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue doing the roof. If I suddenly have an epiphany and decide that it's actually horrific, then obviously I will tear it down. But at the minute, I'm fairly happy with it. The only issue is that the inside of it is absolutely tiny. So I don't think we're going to be doing a fishmonger's. I think it is going to be like a tavern or an inn. Perhaps like a very crappy tavern or inn where you get like, what is this? Like 3 by 3x5 meters of space. Nice. So there we have it, folks. There is our tavern, our little thing. I don't really know what to call it yet. I don't know if I do want it as an inn or a tavern. It could just be some chap's house. Who knows? But I think this actually looks really good, as I just mentioned. And I am just generally happy with the way that this episode has gone. I feel like we have got a lot of stuff done. Really a lot of stuff done, and that is absolutely brilliant, because like I said at the beginning of this episode, I felt like I was just sort of taking it a little bit slow recently, and I need to just give myself a kick up the arse, and that is what I've done today. And I really do hope that you enjoyed it. Hopefully the next episode will be just like this one, and the one following that. Who knows what could happen? Perhaps we could have this whole fishing town done if we keep the progress like this. But anyway, unfortunately, that is all I've got time for this week, or today. Even not this week, don't panic. That's all I've got time for today. So if you did enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.